Hey guys, welcome back for today's video. If you've been watching the Dinobot videos of the past few days, you know what's coming up. These guys are actually part of a combiner, so you can combine the 5 of them into one bigger robot. And yesterday I wanted to prepare a little bit for today's video and wanted to transform all the Transformers into their dinosaur form. But I had a little accident with Snarl. One of his legs just broke off, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect the transformation of today, so we'll have to see about that. But yeah, it's too bad. His leg just broke off, so I'm gonna have to use super glue on that and see if I can fix that. But yeah, it might happen that he won't be as stable, or parts might fall off during the transformation and even in the combiner mode. What I have been planning on doing is using sludge and slag as the leg parts, for which we have 2 feet right here, and these metal and stone parts are actually supposed to go in the feet. I couldn't figure out yesterday what they were for, but I looked it up in the manual. So yeah, use those 2 as the legs and the feet. Then Grimlock's gonna be the core of the body, of course, and use Snarl and Swoop as the arms, because I'm expecting the Swoop's wings and Snarl's tail to be able to stick out, so I thought that might look cool. All the limbs are interchangeable, so it's basically up to the owner to decide which one goes where. So yeah, that's what I was planning on doing for this video. And after that, I'm gonna be recording the other combiner that I got in the previous week, or in the past week, and I'm really looking forward to that one. So yeah, let's just get on with it. I'll be looking in the manual to how to transform them into the combiner mode part. There's 2 separate segments, one for, in this case, slag as the arm part, and the other part is for using slag as the leg part. So that's what I'll be using. Speeding things up, of course. Nice ratchets, as you can hear on this part. I wasn't even aware that you could pull his head off like that. I did not know that. So yeah, that's it for slag, apparently. This probably goes in here. Okay, so that's supposedly it for slag, and then we'll move over to sludge. Okay, so getting this part out without nails is quite tough, but I got it. All right, let me see if this is supposed to go further. Okay, that was actually a little bit harder than what I was expecting. Some things seem to jam it a little bit, but... All right, now moving on to Grimlock for the core part of the combiner. I'm not entirely sure what to do now. Seems like Seems like these parts will have to go in here, like this. Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty cool. And this is where the combiner's face comes out, which looks like this. And then close it off again. Something like that. It's supposed to peg in here. There we go. I think this is it. Oh, wait, did I miss that? I just slide it in there. Alright. Then next up is this will go for swoop. Okay, so yeah, swoop took me a while. Wasn't sure about what to do, and I'm just toying around with it a little bit now because it does seem to get a little bit of its form, but it's pretty holy at the torso. So, and that arm that swoop is supposed to be doing looks kind of long. I'd actually like it differently, but I'll look into that later. His arm just looks a bit exceptionally long to me, so yeah. I'll look up in the manual of Grimlock later on if this is supposed to be the way it's supposed to look or not. But let me just try and finish the final part, which is the snarl. In arm mode, let me see. Yeah, okay, so we got a problem here because we're gonna need them with extended legs, which is an issue because of one of them broke off. So we're probably not gonna be able to finish this unless something taps in the right place, but maybe we can still make it, because they seem to be having to go into locking against one another, so it might just work. So the hole where you have to peg in the fist was hidden in these little lids here, which had me guessing for a bit, like where do I plug in the fist? Here we go. A little bit. Yeah, I just shifted the the leg parts of the both arm pieces a little bit up, because I think that looks a little bit better. Not entirely sure yet about this. Okay. There are a lot of joints on here which you can move around, so that should give you some posability options. They're not all as solid as they should be, but that has been a problem with Predaking before as well. So I'm quite used to that. Let me see if something which I don't really like is the way the middle part looks. Like it's really holy right there. I don't think there's any way to solve that. So apart from maybe pushing the legs a little bit more to the back side, switching the robots over. Or maybe even to the front side a little bit. Maybe that's the way to do it. Maybe that's the way to do it. Oh. Too bad that they didn't give you the option to move his head to the top a little bit, so it's always looking straight to the front or twisting around left to right. Would have been a little bit better if they actually gave you the option to make him look up or down a little bit. I think I actually like it a little bit better with the with his legs tucked to the front a little bit. Makes him look a little bit more solid, I guess. Let me see if it's cooler with the swoop's face sticking out a bit. But yeah, I guess it depends on what you prefer. I think I like him a little bit more solid looking. Yeah, like I said, there's no movability options on the on his feet, apart from to the side. Not all joints are stable enough to give him the most dynamic poses. Some are rigid, some are still bolt joints or swivel joints. Too bad that he can't keep this position. Oh. See, it just slides. Is this supposed to go in here? I don't think it is. I'm not even sure if the sword belongs to him, but I just want to make him hold the sword. So let me see what's up with this. Like, am I supposed to lock it in more? Lock it into place a little bit more? He just did a split. But yeah, I had that with Predaking as well. Like, they won't hold every position that you just want to give them. Like, I mean, sometimes you have a certain picture in your mind. Oh, it would be cool if he would be posing like this or like that. But then the joints just simply won't hold up that position, which I think is something which should be fixable. I mean, they should be able to make joints pretty sturdy and tough, so that they can actually hold all kinds of positions. I think that should be possible. And it might differ per manufacturer, but if you want to make him sort of like have a pose where his legs are a little bit apart, he just slides through it, so that doesn't work, sadly enough. And the fact that Snarl's leg broke off doesn't help either, but that's got nothing to do with the legs. And I have to say that looking at it now, the design idea was pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of Dinobots being a combiner, but I do see what they were trying to do. He looks very Japanese style mech warrior type looking robot thing. I'll be showing you pictures and videos from it looking from the front side when I'm done and actually got this guy standing stable. But yeah, okay, so you guys can basically figure out whether you like it or not. I think it looks pretty cool. It's just not a fit for the Dinobots in my opinion, but that's just a personal preference. I think this is it for Volcanicus. And this arm doesn't quite peg in properly. Regardless of the leg being broken, that doesn't influence this at all. But it would have been cool if you could peg it in there and then have him like twist his fist around a little bit. But there's a limit to that. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it at that and just make the videos and pictures to drop at the end of this video to give you guys a full sort of 180, 360-ish degree angling on this guy. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, and would have even been cooler if the plastic wasn't so cheap. I have to say that does change the aesthetic of the whole robot. So yeah, I'll be done with this video now. I'll be moving over to the next unboxing, and I want to thank you guys for joining and see you guys for the next video. Later.